Developers have common traits such as being fiercely independent, not respecting authority very much, of wanting to find a crack in a system. It can lead to true inventions of things that were supposed to be impossible.
Ideas come from, I'll say they come from moments.
It's kind of the same thing as where do dreams come from, right?
When you live your life and you feel like something's missing, and you feel that there isn't a solution, then comes the idea.
Me and my father, we don't go to football games, we don't play sports, we don't do Boy Scouts, but we do these hackathons.
The idea here at Masters of Code is for us to create an app that will influence society in a huge way.
Inspiration strikes at the most random times.
You could literally just be fast asleep and at 2 o'clock in the morning you're waking up like, oh, I got it.
I was born in Israel. I moved here with my family when I was 8 months old. My parents moved here for work and they ended up opening a company in San Jose, and we ended up staying instead of 3 years, 13 years. And right before the army, my family moved back to Israel, and I served there in the Navy. And I finished with that about 2 years ago. Started HashSnap with 2 of my partners, and as part of the project and launch, we moved here a few months ago.
I grew up in Freetown, Sierra Leone. We lived right behind the power plant, so we did have a television, we did have a refrigerator. The power was hardly ever on, even though we were literally, a minute walk away. I came to the States when I was 10, and when I came to the States, I, saw plastic TVs, VCRs, microwaves. I opened everything. I literally took a screwdriver and opened everything because I had to know how they work.
I was in 7th grade and I started a company selling record bowls. And so what I realized was I needed to create an e-commerce website. And so I decided I was going to create my own. And it's, I've been addicted ever since.
This weekend at Masters of Code, the idea that we're working on is an application that allows you to crowdfund hotel rooms or Airbnb rooms for homeless people in the local area. Most of the money would go to getting people in hotel rooms tonight and make sure that people continuously have a place to stay, to get to sleep in a warm bed, to take a shower, to prep for a job interview, and then eventually transition into temporary housing and permanent housing. We're going to use the Simplify Commerce API from MasterCard.
We're working on a project that I think we could call it priceless, something MasterCard believes in. Almost every American has a credit card in their wallet. There's all kinds of benefits on these credit cards that we don't even know about. For example, price protection. So almost on every credit card that we hold, if you purchase an item now at any shopping store and this item is cheaper in the next 90 days, you are supposed to get back as an insurance from your credit card company the difference of the price. So we sat down and built a product around that where you're able to, one, get money that you never knew you were able to get, and part of the proceeds go to donation as well.
The idea that we're putting together for this hackathon is called NewPay. There's a huge opportunity for small businesses to pretty much crowdsource their lines of credit. A perfect example is this. A merchant is going to buy perishables. You as the customer, you can walk in and say, hey look, I know the banana is $1. I paid $3 for it now, and in 90 days I want 80% to 100% of that $3 back. This gives the merchant an incredible opportunity to have a rolling line of credit constantly coming through the door. And as a consumer, this means you can get a heck of a discount on the items you buy.
When you go into something fresh, you think it's going to be easy. When I first started coding, I thought this is going to be easy. I'll write some code and build something cool. But, I would say when you've truly mastered something, you realize where your weaknesses are.
I don't know if you can ever master something. In the tech space, there's always something new coming. There's a new language coming right around the corner.
The hard part is to be able to have a clear concept of what you want to do, and then in descending layers of concretion, the building blocks to achieve the edifice. In some ways, it's like writing a novel or writing an opera.
when you're engineering, you spend 90% of your time breaking stuff and the rest of the time trying to figure out what you broke. And so it's just this iterative cycle of doing the same thing over and over again until it works.
After hours of silence and just typing away at a cold computer, you finally get that green line in the terminal saying build succeeded, and you just raise your hand in the air in success.
It kind of hit us when we got announced that we're going into the second presentation after hearing the first round of presentations. Everyone here has a very, very good idea, but when was the last time people actually donated? And the problem is maybe not the way you donate. The problem is actually putting your hand in your pocket and getting the money. When we realized that, we found even a greater potential for idea that we're creating money to donate. And we want to continue in pushing our product and move forward from there.